Hi everyone, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Lunchtime Gem Talk. And my name is Kunming, and today I'm joined with Mr. Reuben Khafi from the President of the Diamond Exchange of Singapore and a long-time friend. So, just before we continue to start, let's do our normal practice of like and share to people who are interested in diamonds, even family business, and also just have a nice talk with over lunch. So just like and share this with your friends and your family who like to listen in. So I'm doing it right now. Like and share. Okay, share. Right now, having the so just share with your friends right now. Of the payment exchange of post. Okay, okay, just like and share and wait for a few moments for more people to come in. Let me just the Asian live and then share to a group. Just give it some time to we should share with people around us and also people to come into the live stream. So every time I come here, I'm very excited because I get to see things that I don't see before and see things that are really amazing. And so just wait for another few minutes. Hi, everyone coming in. Welcome to Lunchtime Gem Talk today. Lunchtime Gem Talk. It's the Lunchtime Gem Talk, 12 to 1 p.m. Welcome. Today we will talk a bit about diamonds, family business, and some interesting stories relating to diamonds and people. Well, the common thing about humans and diamonds is we are mostly made out of carbon. So that's something that we share similarities to than any other gemstone. Oh, that's something new. And yeah, so just wait another minute more, then we shall start. Bring my guest into the studio. Oh yes, some music. Okay, I think we shall start our live talk right now. So I'll welcome uh, to to the studio, Mr. Reuben Khafi.
Hello.
Hi, Reuben.
Hey,
Welcome.
Kunming, how are you guys doing?
Thanks for joining me on this lunchtime jam talk.
Pleasure. You've been asking me for a few times already, and couldn't make it, and
Yeah,
it's a
lah,
pleasure
you
to be
so
with you.
difficult to get on to this show.
You're a busy man.
No, lah, you are the busy man. Yeah, so today, maybe we can should we share a little bit about how who are you and you know
Who am I?
please tell us about yourself.
Well, um, I grew up in Singapore. I've been here all my life, except for the years that I was away for university and working stints overseas. Basically, I've been here all my life. My dad came in the 50s. He started business over here. He was one of the pioneers of the diamond exchange. He started the ball rolling and establishing the diamond exchange. I joined in after the 80s. I can't remember. Late 80s, early 90s, I joined the diamond exchange.
How old were you when you joined the Diamond Exchange? What age were you?
Late 20s.
Oh,
Late
late
20s.
twenties.
No, sorry. No. Mid 20s, around 25. I was about 24 to 25 years old when I joined the diamond exchange.
I think I was about 28 years old when I joined the Diamond Exchange.
Yeah. I never thought about it. I could be wrong. I never calculated how old I was when I joined the diamond exchange.
Did your father so-called force you to join the Diamond Exchange?
Actually, no. Actually, when when they used to have their meetings overseas, whether in Belgium or Israel, so I was studying and I was working in Israel for a number of years. So when they had one of the congresses was in Israel, I was amazed by the scope and the width and the whole effect of this diamond exchange, this body of people who are there for this business. So it intrigued me, and frankly speaking, at that point, I wanted to be part of it.
Oh, same lah. My father told me, Kunming, you should just join the Diamond Exchange, go and meet some people. Then I
The people that you meet, the contacts you make is it's invaluable. I don't think you will be able to have that rapport if we didn't have the diamond exchange.
yeah,
That's
that's
from my
true.
experience. That's my experience.
That's true. But I enjoyed those lunch talks. I mean, yeah, we used to have lunch trading days, Ruben, at the
We used to have lunch trading days, but since COVID comes inside, there's no lunch.
oh man,
So
we
we
can
have to see how it
tap out.
goes. Tap out. But then how do you discuss things with people? Actually, now maybe we can go back to it with two persons per table, but then we can't intermingle. So we'll have to wait for COVID to relax its rules before we can get back to lunch and learn.
Yeah,
Yes, you're right. We always used to have lunch and learn sessions. We trade and we learn something new.
yeah. I really the thing about diamond exchange is it's funny, most of the trading days we don't see diamonds. We just see people. But then somehow or other there will be business going around, and things are moving and it
Yeah,
was really fun.
that's the fascination with our business. It is the fact that the connection is made before the business is made. It's not like you're saying you're looking for a stone and then you go and find the person. You have the person in your mind, and already when you have the call or the need or you want to find something, you know who to speak to already. It's a different format. But nowadays you have people who go on these diamond websites and put up diamonds, and they say it's transparent. I don't see the transparency. There's no declaration of who owns what. It's very hard. It's
Oh
very hard.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, now you say about that, I start to realize, when we find diamonds, we actually don't really find the diamond. We normally find the people.
yeah, yeah.
We have
Find the
lunch with
people.
them, you
Correct.
know,
You
and
know,
wow.
if I'm looking for something unusual in colored stones, the first person I call is you because you have all these nick and knacks in your corners of your place, and you know you will find something over there. Same thing
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
people. All right. But you
Wow,
have
this
to
is
know the persons first. You have to have the structure first, the connection first, and then when you build that up, can you build your business? Because with as many contacts or any sales if you have or the clients who are coming for you, if you don't have where to turn to for the goods, what are you going to sell?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I really enjoyed the I would say a fellowship lah. Because most of the time at these lunch trading days we don't really talk so much about business One thing I learned from the diamond exchange is always ask how are you, how's family, how's your mom, how's your dad. You know,
So when I was young and I was working with my dad, seeing clients, and he used to go inside, the first thing they used to ask you is, "Sudah makan? Have you eaten yet?"
sudah
Okay,
makan.
yeah. Have you eaten yet? Have you had your rice yet? Did you? They don't ask how you are. They ask, "Have you eaten yet?" And then they talk business.
Wait. You know I speak Malay.
A little bit, yeah.
Are you Singaporean?
No, I'm not Singapore. I'm PR. I'm not Singapore. I grew up here. Went to school here. Everything else. Used to trade. I used to
You
come to
look
Malaysia. Pretty much, yeah. Sorry.
sudah makan
Aku sudah makan belum makan?
Saya tak ada makan.
Tidak ada makan.
I
Then
don't
if
know
you
how to
didn't
speak lah.
eat, saya tidak ada makan. So if you didn't eat, they will say the next sentence is then why do you work? So go eat first, then come and work. So that's the whole idea. That used to be the colloquialism in those days. You used to go to Southbridge Road and walk down the street. That's how you greeted each other.
Wow. How about okay? So anyway, so let's talk a little bit about the exchange. What does
Yeah.
the Diamond Exchange of Singapore do?
It's what you said. It's a cohesive body of diamanteers and other dealers, whether in precious stones or jewelry, that come together that want to be represented in a formalized format. Okay, you want to be taken care of. You want your concerns to be addressed. So, in the originality of the whole business is that if I know someone who knows someone who knows someone, I can do business with that person down the street because of the context he has. So, it's a context of recognition. So
Yeah.
if you're a member of the Diamond Exchange and I never met you, it gives you a standard. It gives you a qualification that I can do business with you. All right? You
Mm.
have a set of values that I also hold dear, and we can speak the same language. I mean, that was the originality of it all. So I can trade with you on the floor, on the format, and we follow the same guidelines and principles around the world, whether you're in New York or in Israel or Belgium or in India. Whoever's a member of the Diamond Exchange, World Federation, Diamond Exchange, they have to follow the same principles wherever you are. Nothing is different. All right,
Wow.
so
So
it eases business in that respect. But in Singapore's context, not only we have that, but we also have our connection with the government, with Enterprise Singapore, and regarding the legislation and and all the peripherals that accompanies it.
wow. So actually, it's part of a global organization. It's not just a localized.
No,
Uh,
no, it's a global organization. It's worldwide. Don't ask me how many countries. It's worldwide associations throughout Europe, Asia. In Asia, you have in Hong Kong, Japan, Singapore, South Korea has just recently joined in. We don't have one in
it,
Malaysia, Indonesia yet, but we have members who are from Malaysia who are part of our Diamond Exchange because they feel the need for it as well.
yeah, actually, because of Diamond Exchange, right? Then I begin to understand about all these international business relations.
Mm,
It's because of Diamond Exchange I joined a lunch, I think a morning breakfast in Hong Kong. They were
mm,
organizing like a luncheon for WFDB members, World Federation of Diamond Bosses members. And
mm-hmm.
because I'm part of the Diamond Exchange, I was invited. So when I went there, I met people from Israel, from Australia, from India, from America, and all over the world.
Yeah.
And because of that, right, I got into a group called the Young Diamanteers, which are a group of young diamond people like me, lah. It's quite funny because they come in all different sizes and shapes and colors, but it's so amazing
Yes.
because of diamonds. It unites us together, and because of that, I got to go on a trip to Africa. I think in 2019, we visited the BS Venetia mine, and it was really
Wow.
eye opening because of the connections.
That's
Yeah.
super. That's super. But it
So
shows you the differences we have in our business and how all these players, whether it's from Australia or India, how they relate to their clients and how we relate to our clients and how everything is somehow or another connected or interconnected with each other. It's a fascinating it's a fascinating business and association.
wow, that's amazing. Actually, there's a question here that my staff prepared for me, but then let me just show it to you lah. What inspires you to become the president of the Diamond Exchange of Singapore? How long have you been in the exchange, Ruben?
Again, I really have no idea. I don't mid 80s I think I joined it. I can't
Wow.
remember when I joined the Diamond Exchange. So since the mid 80s, let's say. All right.
So
And
I mean, to be part of an association for almost 20 or no lah, 40 over years. Hey, no, 2021, almost 40 years.
almost
How come you're still here,
because it's important.
Yeah.
We could have done whatever we wanted to do, but it's important to be part of an association and a part of a group of like-minded business people that want to promote the business internationally. I mean, Singapore is not Singapore on its own. Like I said, we want to represent ourselves. I mean, if we didn't have the Diamond Exchange, I don't think the business would have carried forward with the advent of the GST and the import and export regulations, which they wanted to impose on us. If that was the case, we wouldn't have been able to do business. It would have been much, much truncated business. And we would have relocated. We would have either, I don't know, Hong Kong, China, where we would have gone. But because of our leaders in that generation, they went to the government and said that you're going to kill the business if you implement the import and export regime that you were implementing. So the government came forward, and because we were an association, listened to us, and and kudos to them. They came forward and they set up a system of import and export regime, which we still use today, and without which I don't think we can function.
Yeah, the import export scheme, right? It's not just used by the diamond exchange or diamond tiers. They're used by all sorts of people. Yeah.
Yeah. So after we built it up, then we see other people using the system, and we said, but they're not diamond dealers. They said we don't make systems for only one person. We make it for multiple. We make it for the society as a whole. So that's the Singapore approach. What is good for one industry, it has to be shared for every industry in Singapore. So
It's, it's,
they
it's,
use our
it's
system to bring racehorses in,
yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
sports cars, racehorses, all that stuff.
Boats, ships,
Yeah, yeah.
it all started from the diamond exchange. Can't believe
The,
it.
the mechanisms of bringing in and because they didn't realize that they thought that every import and every export is a sale. It isn't. Sometimes people bring in for inspection. Sometimes people bring in for an exhibition. So it is each one is different, and they didn't know this. You know.
Yeah. Wow. If you didn't say this, I would not have remembered. Actually, all these import export things, the diamond exchange have contributed the starting building blocks of it
Yep.
in
Yep.
Singapore. Wow, so amazing. Hey, let's talk a little bit about diamonds lah. Talk so much
Sure.
about everything else.
Tell me.
Yeah. So, what is one of the most memorable testimony about about diamond during your career? Like maybe you sold something special to someone, and then that person was so impacted,
Uh,
or just share something that
every
comes to your mind.
every single sale has been impactful. Every single sale, every single diamond we have in our inventory, they're all our babies.
It's true.
Yeah, let me tell you this. When I joined I didn't want to join the business first of all. I wanted to go into architecture.
You're supposed
All
to be
right.
architect.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Thank goodness you came to the
I would have
diamond
been a very
industry,
good
man.
one. I would have been a very good one. So in any case, I wanted to go into architecture, and my dad wanted me to go to Israel for a year to be with the extended family. So I was there, and I liked it there, and I liked being there. And I couldn't do architecture there because I didn't have the language skills, and it took longer to be an architect in Israel than to be a doctor. It's a shorter
Oh,
time to be a doctor. So I said I'm not going to go to school for such a long time. So I changed my idea, and I went into a different degree, business administration. So in any case, I started dabbling into. So I went to work for a company in Israel. They didn't know who we were. A friend of mine in class happened to need an English speaker, and they were
Okay.
starting to business in Hong Kong. This was in the early 80s,
Wow.
and they couldn't speak English, so they needed someone to help them. So I helped them communicate, and as I helped them communicate, I learned whatever they were doing and how they were cutting, and how they were producing, and how they were selling, and how they were pricing, and seeing rough and seeing this. It was fun. It was great fun, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the discussions I used to have with their clients in Hong Kong.
Wow.
All right, so one step led to another step, led to another step, and you get into it. The beauty of the business is that every single diamond is a different diamond. You know, every in every story is a story. All right,
It
so you
actually,
ask me which one is the most. Uh, I think every single diamond I've sold. I mean, every time we find something that a client is looking for and can't find. A short example: a client wanted an engagement ring a few months ago. They said, "I don't know
okay.
whether you can help me. I don't know whether you can help me." I said, what do you mean help you? I'm looking for a particular shape. My fiance likes the hexagon shape. I said,
Hexagon
okay,
shape.
yeah, okay. And what's the problem? I said, I can't find one. So I'm asking you to give me ideas how I can overcome this problem. I said, it's very simple. You have a bank account? He goes, yes. I said, you have enough money in your bank account? He goes, yes. Okay, yes. And I pulled out a hexagon shape. This is the diamond you want? He goes, yes. And that was it. And you should see his face light up. It was beautiful. It wasn't a big diamond. It was a nice sized diamond, but just to see the joy in his face was pleasure in itself.
Wait. Sorry, sorry. Hang on. He came to your office, and then you ask him, "Do you have money in your bank account?"
No. He came to my office looking for. He came to my office.
For
This
an
is to my
answer.
son. He wanted an answer. He was looking for something specific, which he thought you can't find. So he wanted to come to me for a solution. A lot of people come to me for solutions. Okay, so they always have a problem. They come to me for a solution. But he came to me and asked if they want a solution.
Wait. They
So
have a relationship problem, so they come to you. Is it? But and then you
no, no,
solve
no,
them
no,
with
no,
diamonds, huh?
no. We solved the diamonds. Always the diamonds solved. Any case, so he came in and he thought he couldn't find a diamond, and he wanted me to propose something else that I would think the fiance would like. And just to cut the story short, we have hexagons, and I showed him this is the pieces we have, and he was very excited. He was very happy. You know, it's a simple story, but it goes to show this is a thing of beauty. I mean, diamonds are a thing of beauty. I mean, I'm just sorry. I'm just seeing something which I need to answer a client.
Sure. Maybe yeah, you go and answer the client, and I
Yep,
will.
done already.
Oh,
No,
done already. Okay.
so yeah, so uh, we deal with a thing of beauty. I mean, you asked me a question the other time, and I answered you, and you said, so why do you need to buy a diamond? All right,
Yeah. Why do you need to buy a diamond? That's
why
a
do you
very good question.
why do you need to buy anything? Why do you need to buy a Toyota and not a Honda? Why a Honda and not a Fiat? Why a Fiat and not a Mercedes? If all things being equal, why do you need to buy what you buy? Intrinsically, human beings have an attraction to beauty. You know, you
Yes.
have you have an attraction to beauty. You want beautiful things. People want beautiful. You go inside. You can buy a shirt. It doesn't have to be blue, white, green, pink. The pattern doesn't matter. Shirt, but you go and buy a certain shirt with a certain texture, with a certain feel onto it. All right, and you like that. You like that shirt. You go and buy shoes. You can buy the most expensive shoes and they don't fit you and they kill you. But you buy a very simple pair of shoes and it fits you beautifully and looks beautiful. It's not a matter of price. It's a matter of what you appreciate and what appreciation is. So same thing with diamonds. Whether it's diamonds or jewelry or colored stones, it's a thing of beauty. If that is what attracts you, and you can convey this beauty as a form of a gift to your loved ones or as a form of security for yourself and for your family. It works both ways. Anything in this world that has scarcity, all right, always has a value. always the position of the value chain. Value chain. Whether it's Nike shoes, this is a new one. Nike shoes,
Yeah.
Air Force One, Jordan One, so forth. I don't know how many millions of dollars. It's a
Wow.
rarity of a piece. All
Wow.
right, and this is made from leather that can be reproduced, whereas
Wow.
natural diamonds from the ground cannot be reproduced. You can have man-made diamonds, all right, as much as you want, but the diamonds from the ground cannot be reproduced. It's there.
Wow.
A lot of people come tell me, "Oh, I saw this diamond in your stock last year. How long do you tend to keep it?" I said, "It's been in the ground for millions of years. A few more years won't hurt. It won't hurt."
Oh, that's a good one. Maybe every time I come to your place, I really see a lot of unusual stuff, and it really blows my mind.
Yeah.
How,
The
yeah, like,
point is that we have one. The thing that's most apropos in my mind is that when a client comes, they want something different. They want something new. All right. What do you mean by new? They want something that the neighbors don't have, a different angle, a different take to it. Because when you work with designers, and we work with a lot of designers, they need inspiration. So the design process goes through many fields, and one
mm,
of the most important is that if you feed them different options,
yes,
it's mind blowing. A round is a round. It's a round. It'll always be around. It will
yes,
always be around, and it's there. But you have
yes,
baguettes and kites and tables, and you have names we don't even have names for. You know,
wow,
and any day, like right now, we're working on a product for a client. He wants a diamond cut in a particular way, and we're working on it.
mm.
All right,
But
and it is very creative, and it's a lot of fun. It's very rewarding.
how?
I
I
left you
mean,
some pieces there. You want to ask me some
yeah, yeah.
questions, or
I thought I just put in this test. Oh, great, no problems. So yeah, I just want to ask you some questions about some of the stones that you left with me. And I think a lot of our visitors in the museum, they come to the museum with the idea that diamonds are like boring and
brown?
overpriced. It's a lot of these kind of things lah. So
Okay.
that's why I wanted to do this interview with you because you've been in the business for 40 over years, and then you are now the diamond exchange of, president, and then I guess you have bought more diamonds than anybody that I know, and the great thing is because the
That's a
great thing
nice way
is
to
that
put it.
the great thing also is that your company used to do with colored stones too,
Yes.
colored gemstones, and actually your dad is a wonderful businessman. I mean, your mom will tell me he used to trade in fruits, in tires, in spices.
When they first came to Singapore, they were general traders. They traded in colored stones, tea. They had tires, they did spices, carpets. They were general tradesmen. I mean, it's like you have your kedai down in your basement that sells everything. So they used to sell everything, import and export. And over the years, slowly, as the world business trend continued, this is after the war, right? So everyone started concentrating. So uh, we still do colored stones. We still have stock, but the main core of our business has been diamonds for the past since the 70s, I would say. I think the late 70s, early 80s, we stopped doing carpets. That was the last bastion of non-jewelry related item that we sold. So in the 70s, 80s, we were doing gold, diamonds, colored stones, all right, and we were trading in all of these commodities. We were doing
So
that.
I mean, you've seen so many businesses, right? What is something that's really unique to the diamond industry, like versus trading with tires and spices and fruits and all these things?
Uh, I tell you, uh, I have friends in the electronic business, and thank God they're successful, they do well. But I don't envy them because the shelf life of a product that they have is is dictated by months,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you have the shelf life of fruits is by days, you know, and everything is. And you have a product over here that's lifetime. It's been here. It's been in the ground. It's out of the ground for millions of years. All right. It gives you a sense of awe when you're dealing with products that's in your hands, and then you have the creativity involved inside it. Uh, for a person to cut something, to work at something, to create something, it's phenomenal. I don't know whether you've handled people who cut color stones, but not diamonds. When you start cutting a diamond, it's a piece of rock. You don't see
Yeah.
anything. But when they get through and they see this in the future, like a guy playing chess, he starts to play chess, he knows where his 55th move is going to be. All right, so they polish and it comes in and it's beautiful. All right, even though like nowadays for rounds, for example, why I'm saying most of the round production is mechanized. It is done by mass production. It's hardly any human input involved inside it. It's much less than it used to be. But in the fancy shapes, and especially these designer cut diamonds that we have been selling and promoting, these stones are all hand cut, piece by piece. Each
I
one
mean,
is there for a particular reason. And to get the same thing at the same time again and again is not possible.
wow. So you mean what? All these stones here are hand cut. They cannot be machine cut.
No, it can't be machine cut. Not these.
Like even like what's this stone here?
This is a combination shield kite, all right? The difference between this and the other pair of kites is the faceting. So you have to see. Kunming, take another pair of kites. The second
Yeah.
one at the bottom, no, not down. Yes, no, yes. Okay, put these two together and bring it to my. Okay. Here, the facets on the pair on the right are along the edge of the stone, so you have straight lines going down. Whereas the one on the
Okay.
left has a bit more brilliancy inside because the facets have been cut into towards the center of the stone. So you have a difference. So both may have the same shape on the outline, but inside they're two totally different stones.
Wow, this one is very niche, you know. I mean, you ask me personally, if I look at it, I do see the left one side has more like brilliance,
Sparkle, yeah,
sparkle. The one on the right is more like the
stepped
angular.
up, yeah, stepped up.
So, but from what I understand, right, fancy ships are, when they cut a fancy ship, they is it because they want to save the rough, and then that's why fancy
No,
ships they
well,
cost they cost less.
that used to be a case in the past when people cut shapes according to the shape of the rough. I mean, if this piece of rough was highly long, and if I cut a round stone from it, it would be illogical. All right, but this is the same rough they used to use to cut, let's say, pear shapes or large tapers. All right, so
Yeah.
this weight loss is more. But the thing is, everyone has the four C's when it comes to pricing. When it
Yes.
comes to these shapes, you have another. It's called CM. The longer
Huh?
the stone, yeah, the longer the stone is, the more expensive it gets.
The
So
longer
if
the
you have
stone
two,
is, the more expensive it gets.
right? So if you have two stones, two pairs like this, both are the same weight, let's say, the one on the right will be more expensive.
Let's see. The one on the left is 1.19. Wow, it's huge. And then the other one is 2.24. But the
Correct?
1.19 looks so much bigger than I mean, not so much bigger, but almost comparable.
Yep, it's a flatter pair.
Wow.
So if I had a different pair of kites that were, but what's the measurement of the 2.24?
The 2.24 measurement, it says here
12.68. All right.
12.68.
So we just sold a pair of one carat kites that is 20 millimeters long.
20 millimeters long?
Yep, 2 cm.
Wow, that's like double of this stone.
The
This
price
is
was
10.
more than the price was more than double.
But it's what size again?
1 carat, same 1 carat.
Wow.
Yeah,
So this is another kind of rarity to find a flat and long rough.
it's a total rarity. It's very hard to find. So most of these rough come from the tops of rough. The
Yes.
guy is selling a 10 carat piece of rough for an emerald cut. So they laser off the top part of it. So these
Oh.
are the tops.
Wow, hey, this is quite a good idea, because I don't have if I don't want to own a 10 carat, I don't have the resources to own a 10 carat stone. I own one of these stones, which is the top of the 10 carat stone.
Yeah, you have people that for a large piece of rough, they cut six, seven, eight, 10 stones out of it. It's not necessarily to say that they cut one piece from every piece of rough. They have to maximize the output, but at the same time, maximize the quality of the pieces. It's not always the size of the diamond that counts. It's the quality, it's the production, it's what it goes for.
Wow, I never knew about that. Let me see something else. Wow, this is a s-
Yeah,
this is a
this is a
tree clover,
series.
clover, is it?
This is a series we did with a client about wow, 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I don't know. We had a series with a client, and this is the motif that the designer liked, and we created we cut the stone. We and this is called a 3 leaf clover, and it is what it is. It's all curved edges, all right, and it led to clients designing different pieces out of it.
Wow, it's really nice, really beautiful. I wish you hang on, maybe I get a tweezer because I want to showcase the cuts of the stone. Maybe later. So like all this whole tray here is such actually diamonds that normally people don't really see. People only see like round, and a lot of people have been focused just buying round diamonds. And
Yeah,
most webs, yeah,
the first question my clients, I always ask my clients, they say that they prefer to sell to their clients things that they understand instead of bringing a whole new ballgame into it. It's only when other designers use it overseas in Europe or America, and then the Singaporeans see it, then they ask their clients, their jewelers, "Oh, I saw this cut. Do you have anything like that?" Singapore. In Singapore, it's a bit different. They like to be more traditional in how they do it. These are
tell us
called
more about this.
Cadillacs. These are called Cadillacs. So these, for example, can be done in a few formats. Either you can make it like a cross, okay, or you can make it, and you need a tweezer, a frame for a picture in the center. So if you have
Wow,
the long sides along each other in a square format, it forms a rectangular in the center. So a lot of people used to put in the center there a picture, a frame, a diagram, whatever the case may be, and hang it as a locket.
wow, this is how many carats? This four pieces is 1.89 carats. Oh, it's called Cadillacs. Why they call it Cadillacs? How do you come up with all this
No, I
mental
did.
name?
This one I didn't call. This is they said they call it cat. I don't know why.
Oh, okay, let's see this one. Wow, this one is it's almost like it's
Yeah,
flat.
these are flats. Okay, they call these TV screens. All right. So a
TV
lot of
screens.
times, yeah. So a lot of times, this has come across, and it was very popular in Europe, and it's still popular in Europe. We saw quite a few there. In Singapore, it's not very popular. So what we do is that they make earrings out of it, but on the back part of the stone, we actually have, and then when you put your initials on it, like Kunming, one side you put a K with small diamonds, one side you put M with small diamonds, and you have a pair of cufflinks, for example.
You mean what behind the stone? You set it
Yeah,
behind the
you set it behind the stone. It's see
wow.
through, so you can see it.
Wow. This how many carat? This one is wow, it's huge, It's I mean it's huge for the size. It's only 2 carat 19, but it
One
looks
carat each.
like a 3 carat on each side.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay, let's see what oh this looks like a bean. Can you believe it? I you have a diamond that is a bean. It's a bean, right?
you're holding it upside down.
Oh, sorry. Come on lah, I don't deal with this kind of stones every day lah.
Yeah,
Oh, look at this. It looks like a baby actually, a young baby, like a 9 month
It's
old. It swallowed up.
so we have cutters in Israel that sit down and they like to make unusual things, and we support them. Young cutters, old cutters, they always try something. So this guy made this, and I loved it. You know, I can imagine it going to a client that has a pair of peapod jade, and this is on top of it. I mean, it's very versatile. But again, this is one of a kind. Whoever gets this gets it. I can't reproduce this.
So does this have a reputable price? I mean, it looks like
No,
totally different product. Like completely different.
this. I mean, for example, we were talking about the kites or even long baguettes. You can have a baguette that's extremely long, the same weight and same weight, color, and quality, and then you have a short baguette with the same quality, the same weight. The short baguette will be much cheaper because the rough
Wow.
is cheaper. It
So
doesn't
so
follow. It doesn't follow. It doesn't follow directly to Rappaport list prices.
so am I right to say that in diamond business, it's very easily to generalize things, but actually you cannot generalize. Like even prices, like, oh, around 1 carat is like this price, so this one should be about this thing, about
I
this
think
price.
most clients like to simplify things when they go and see a client because the main the main issue with the clients is sell them something, right? So they
Yeah.
want to structure everything to be equal. It's a round, it's a list price, it's so and so. You know, they want to use this format to sell diamonds. The ones who sell these diamonds are, I would say, they're artists, creative people. For example, this one, we sold this one to a client in Hong Kong, a designer, and he made it into a brooch. This was the base of a flower pot.
Base of a expensive flower pot,
Right. So it's a brooch. He made a brooch. He used small baguettes and color stones for leaves and flowers. It was gorgeous, right? And so this is the creativity that comes inside it.
Let's see what size. Well, this is a 2 carat 40, but it's huge. The size is 14.11 by 7.83.
Yeah.
It's like a three carat stone, 3 or 4, 3.5.
It has a dimension of a 3 carat stone.
Wow, this is amazing. But have you ever had anyone come to you and say, "Hey, I want to get one of these unusual cut gemstones as an engagement ring for an engagement
Um,
ring"?
yes, yes. We have people who come and ask us for something totally in particular. They want something totally different. Um,
So, so I want to ask you this question because I think men, we need some ammunition because when we buy something out of this world, we pay ridiculous amount of money for it, and then the lady picks it up. What is this? It's, how to explain the rarity, the value of such a stone, Ruben?
Listen, you can go into a museum and you see a painting over there that's all white with one black fly on the corner, and you say, "What is this? This is a painting. It's white with the painter is famous. He created something unusual out of it. It's worth a lot of money. Some people will understand, some people will not understand it. And it's all education. It's all a matter of feel. You know, why would you pay more for a stone, and other people would not pay more for a stone? I mean, once I saw a diamond. It was the most beautiful diamond I saw, but the guy wanted a crazy price for it. But I said, you know what? And I bought it. Everyone thought I
What?
was crazy. Yeah, everyone thought I was crazy. It was like 50% higher than a list price would be. But it was a very unusual stone. It was beautifully cut. And the person who bought it from me was not a diamond dealer, was an artist.
Wow.
Okay? And he used it as one of his creations and he made beautiful piece out of it, but he created something unusual out of this. He saw the beauty of the cut. He appreciated the time and the vision the cutter had to cut this piece. All right, and that's where the uniqueness comes inside. You know, round stones are very versatile. You can use it in all manner of jewelry and all manner of aspects, whether it's engagement rings, whether it is earring studs and all that. It's very versatile. And
Yeah.
women like what you said, appreciate it because they know what it is.
Yeah.
I've had people come to me and says, "I love the oval shape. I gave my wife an oval shape, but she really wants a round." So I asked, "But don't you have an engagement ring that's round?" He goes, "Yes." So you want another round piece? Yes, because she appreciates it. It's a mentality. I'll give you another example. My aunt's in Italy and my aunt's in Israel.
Yeah.
When my father gave them white gold,
Yeah.
they thought it was silver.
And then they ask for white gold.
They said, "Why are you giving me silver?" I said, "No, this is gold. No, gold cannot be white. Gold
Yeah.
has to be yellow." This is many years ago, by the way. And I was there in the conversation. That's why I'm repeating it. No, gold has to be yellow. If it's not yellow, it's not gold. All right. A young lady from Israel came in and says, "I want this type of gold, a very pale 14K colored gold." And for
Wow.
her, that is gold, not the Chinese yellow gold. So it's a matter of taste. So people say a diamond has to be round. If you go to Vietnam,
Okay,
you
Vietnam.
go to China, all
Okay.
right, for them, a diamond has to be round. Slowly, they're bringing other shapes inside it, but until a number of years ago, round was the diamond had to be round. There was no heart shape, no pear shape, no nothing. Diamond has to be round.
So it's really about the mentality.
Mindset.
Yeah.
The mindset.
So I
Total
think I
mindset.
think Ruben, you should organize a psychological class for the diamond exchange.
Thank you
how
very
do
much,
we
Kunming.
do anyway, I have this lot of stones that I saw just now, and I thought was
Yeah.
this was amazing. I thought this is pink diamond, but it's a mix. It's
Yeah.
a
So this is an idea that we have a client. The client wants to have a combination of colors and not have one thing. So this is a production that we just received. So this pair is actually a diamond and ruby, a pink sapphire
pink sapphire.
triangle that's underneath it. But the effect is that's the effect you will see.
Wait a minute. I thought this is three diamonds put together. It's one diamond
No,
each.
it's one diamond and one ruby.
Wow. I was wrong. So this one is exactly like the this one this stone, something like that.
No, I mean they're exactly the same. The diamonds, but different. The ones on the right are a bit thicker, a much higher color,
Mm.
and they have a space there that I can put in these two rubies to have that effect.
So in gemology, right, when you see like a diamond like this, they call it a window because the stone is flat.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
but but the way the cutter did this, and because of also the designer, it becomes a strength, becomes a
Yes.
new product,
Yeah.
totally new product. So yeah, some people ask me, oh, so having a window in a stone, is it good or is it not good? So
It
now I have to change
depends.
my
It
education.
depends on the stone. If you have a marquee with a huge window, then they're right. It does decrease the price for that stone. All right. But
Wow.
with this effect, you need a stone that has a window to have this effect.
Wow, I never seen anything like this before. How about this one? Let's see.
This is a bit more straightforward. You have a pair of pear shapes, yellow brownish pear shapes. You have very thin kites over there, and you have
Wow.
white kites on top. All right. I find this very. I mean, this is so sexy. This pair of earrings.
Sexy.
Very. I tell you, it's gorgeous. Okay. So it's all in line. The width of the top, the width of the pear shapes. You know, and this is something that the client, if the client when they buy it, it's that only pair. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to find something other than that. I mean, you can say this for many other things as well, but it isn't an unusual pair of earrings.
It's so slim, huh? Wow, this is really I never seen.
What's the total weight of the whole box?
It says here 351.
That's the total weight.
But it's so long. So it means a pear shape like that has a premium.
Yes. If this pear shape has, if you have another pear shape, same color, same purity, same weight, but shorter, it will be much cheaper.
Wow. Okay. This is unusual. Let me see this. Wow. This one also another one. What's this?
Now these, it's not a diamond. The stone on the left is a diamond. The stone on the right is a tourmaline.
Tourmaline. Oh yeah, tourmaline. Yeah. Wow. But tourmalines tend to come in long. The rough comes longer as compared to
But
diamonds.
correct, but it's softer. It's very hard to cut long tourmalines.
Yes. Okay. Well, how about this one? This is another.
You
Wow.
know, you remember you used to school. This is called a parallelogram. Remember? It's a
Yeah. Yeah.
rhombus. It's two rhombuses put together. So the effect this is to be made into a ring for a client. You can make it into earrings as well, but I think the effect of a ring would be much more. But put your you have very big hands. Put your finger next to it. What size? Sorry, what size do you think this is?
Okay, I'm a bit smart now, I've been looking at your collection, so I would say the Tomlin is about 1.5 carat and the diamond is about 1.5 carat.
I don't know. Have a look behind.
2.76. Ah, yeah, not bad. Quite close.
Not bad. Close. Not bad.
If we should
But
give a
that
give a do a guess the diamond weight.
that's the way. So this is about a 5 carat piece face up.
Wow. So does the same guy cut both the stones? Or how do you get them to work? I mean, how do you cut this pair?
By knowing the person on the left and knowing the person on the right. Okay, and we met in a diamond exchange meeting overseas, and we've always wanted to collaborate, and this opportunity came about. You see,
Wow.
I met this guy about 5 years ago, and he loved the idea, and he came together, and we made this piece together. So it's two different cutters.
Wow. Awesome. I'm blown away. Okay, I want to. I see that we have another about 8 minutes more. Maybe I just want to show you have this giant layout of stones. Is there anything you want to talk about here?
Uh, Whatever you want to ask.
Or maybe I ask you about this unusual looking pear shape. Hang on, give me a moment.
Which one?
This one.
This is an old mine pear shape. All right. This in the olden days. It's a
Older
generation
days.
gone away. Olden days. Over how many? They could never cut a stone to a point. You could never have a point to a stone. So there was no marquises. There was no pear shapes that you see today.
Wait,
All the
wait, wait.
stones.
You mean 100 years ago you won't find a stone with a point?
No, exactly when I don't know, but long time ago there was no stone to point. All the old stones all had curves. Diamonds always had curves.
How come?
They couldn't get to an edge. They didn't have the technology to get to an edge. So all the pear shapes were cut like this into an egg shape.
Sorry. I find it very
Look,
funny.
look at there's a pair of earrings there. Where's a pair of earrings?
Is it?
No.
Oh yeah, this one. I thought I want to show this the last, because this is like, whoa.
So this is
Whoa.
an old mine pair of pear shapes.
Okay, hang on. Let me just
Don't ask the quality, don't ask the price, don't ask the size.
no worry, I no need to ask, I know already. I see, I know already. Wait. I'm taking it out from its from
Please be
uh
careful.
yeah. Wow. Okay, guys, those of you who are in watching us right now, I'm going to showcase something that you never seen or haven't seen in your life before. So, and if you want somebody to actually see this with you, you can like and share, tag your friends, and then because this is something amazing. Okay, it's really really amazing. It's huge. I think I don't know how what size is this the pair.
I'm not telling you. No.
Okay, I just give an idea, maybe over 10 carats lah. This whole the whole things. So, guys and girls, okay, here goes. So we were talking about old mine cut, right? Old mine cut. Okay, so Wow. This I'm yeah. Anyway, look at this. Wow.
Now, I don't know whether you can see this clearly, but if the closer you see it, there's no point in the top of the diamond. It's curved.
Oh
So
yeah,
this
it's
is the way
curved.
they used to cut diamonds over 100 years ago. So these are
So
old
this
mine
stone was cut
diamonds,
100 years ago.
more more than 100 years
Wow.
ago. All right. So it's type 2As, old mine cuts, very very unusual. You know, it's like
Wow.
dewdrops. It's the translucency of the diamonds is so beautiful over there. So these are things that come in once in a lifetime for us. All
Wow.
right. It's a very very unusual pair. All right. So again,
Wow.
this does not follow the norms of the market. And you can get a pair of the flawless pairs for the 5, 10, 15. There's a market, whatever the case may be. But this is beyond the market price.
Wow. I'm mesmerized actually. I'm wow. I don't know what to
Yeah.
say, Ruben.
Yeah.
I'm holding something here that is very, 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 very valuable. And
Just don't drop it, please.
no, I won't drop it
The
lah. Aiyo.
ovals are fancy intense yellows, fancy intense pinks. I believe they're argyle, but I don't know whether that's the bits on that. Tapers on top, and it's phenomenally beautiful.
So why would someone buy this? Give me an idea, sell it to me. Like let's say I'm a billionaire. I think this one can only afford billionaire maybe.
If a person if a person wants something unique that is not common, that is highly valuable, that will store its value, this would be that person something. At the same time, you can wear it. You know, it is not something that can't be worn. I mean, I know people that buy large diamonds just to put it in the safe. They can't wear it. But this is not the fact. This is something that's highly valuable, very very rare. It's not that many in the market, and I haven't seen one for the past what 5 years, I think. All right,
Wow.
and it is something that's phenomenal. If you know what it is, you will appreciate it. All right. If you go to a store and you have pairs of pear shapes, the brand stores will go for these ones. These are very highly uh, sought after in that frame.
So wow. I mean, if I'm the lady who's wearing it, I better have insurance.
Oh, someone says if you need to buy insurance for this, maybe this is not for you also. So the point of the matter is, it has to be appreciation of it all. You have to appreciate it. Some people don't like it. A lot of people, I would believe a lot of people in saying would not like this shape. They like the modern shape. There's not enough fire. I like it more fiery. I like the point, which is fair. It is what you buy. It's what you like to buy. You have to buy something that is something that you would wear. All right, that's my thing, and it has to be unique in the sense that it's your piece. It identifies you.
Because I think Ruben, I think the thing about buying all these kind of unique stones, right, is the fear of the person getting lectured. Like you buy already, then after that, people say like, "Hey, why you buy?" Like for example, this pair of stones, they have a window. They see through. So all over the internet, right, it's all posting. Oh, window is no good. The shape, the cut must be perfect. So there's a
The
lot of
thing,
people
the
saying a lot of these
people
things.
people who know what they're buying and understand will know the right answer. All right. If it is a modern cut stone with a huge window, there's no life to the stone. But this is not the effect. The effect of here is full of life. This is a, this bear is bursting with life, and this is the
Yeah,
way
it's
they were cut a
bursting with
hundred
light.
years ago. You want to go and tell the guy 100 years ago that the window is too big?
You're asking him
You
to
want
do a miracle.
you want to go back to Van Gogh and all these old paintings and yeah, you use too much blue there, too much green there. Why oil painting? Why not water painting? It's the eye of beholder. Okay, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the person who created it in the first place. All right? And that is the uniqueness of this piece.
And I think you said something very very interesting because I think like you see this is 100 years ago. I mean certain things that's 100 years ago now we will not be appreciated. Like 100 years ago, if you have a car, you know, it's not used now,
It
but
depends which car.
yeah lah, it's true. Wow, this is really
It,
fantastic.
it all depends on the eye of the beholder. It's what people would appreciate. I mean, some people have whiskeys, all right, and they pay phenomenal sums for these whiskey bottles, right? A lot of it's for a lot of it's for show, a lot of it's for appreciation, a lot of it's for investment. People buy these ridiculous bottles of whiskey, and it has a value on it because it's bought so much at auction or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, it's a bottle of whiskey,
It's a
right?
bottle of whiskey, yeah.
Right. And what is it good for? To be drunk.
Drink lah.
Yeah. Okay. You look at whiskeys in today's format, you have different flavors, different tints, different tones, and each one has a different price. So it's to the eye of the beholder. You have people who will see this and say, "No, this is empty. Give me a pair of rounds, not enough fire." The same idea, a guy who chooses an emerald cut as opposed to a round shape or something else to that effect. I mean, when princess cuts first came to the market, I thought they were the ugliest stones around, and I was forced to trade and buy them because clients wanted princess cuts because they were easier to sell. Okay, how many pieces do I have in my stock? Maybe two.
Two?
Yeah, two
Only
pieces of
two?
princess cuts. Two. That's it. Because I don't like the shape.
Wow.
It's a
Okay. Wow.
it's a thick stone, but other people love it.
Wow. So
Okay,
awesome.
you can close it now. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm going to close it now because and we are almost out of time. So maybe can we maybe just have some last words from you, Ruben,
Last
for
words.
I don't know
Listen,
something that comes to your mind.
I intend to be here for many more years, so there's no last
Right.
words.
No last thoughts, final thoughts regards to uh buying diamonds.
You have to buy from someone you know. You have to buy from someone you know and who's been there, who's been around the block, and has a knowledge of a stone and not regurgitating what he thinks he knows. It's practical experience. You know, you have to go back to your jeweler, speak to them, talk to them, what's news, what's not news, what can be done, what can't be done. It's a myriad of different things you can do with diamonds. All right? But you have to know what you're buying and always buy quality.
One last thing I want to show you all because it's really beautiful. Check this out.
Uh,
So I normally see like layouts of pear shaped, layouts of rounds, ovals, cushions, but I never seen layouts of caddy cut. Is it caddy or Cadillac?
cats, whatever it's called. Yeah,
And
that was yeah.
the pear shape is different too. The pear shape is not
The pear
really a
shapes are different. Yeah, they're step cut pear shapes. They are gorgeous, and the stones at the centers are called lozenges. But the pear shapes are something we started off a few years ago, 2 years ago, and it's slowly gaining traction. It's
wow,
gaining traction.
wow. So thanks a lot, Ruben, for showcasing your collection and also
You're welcome.
talking to us and sharing your knowledge and sharing your stories. Uh,
I wish you good health, all the best. May we all stay healthy,
yeah.
and I think and happy Diwali for all our Indian friends and family members.
Oh yeah, happy Diwali to them.
Okay,
Yeah. All right. So thank you very much for all of you for watching. Yeah, if you have any questions that you want to ask, you can just private message us and we can answer them. And yeah, the museum is open tomorrow. So for those of you who like to visit the museum, we are open from 12 to 5 p.m. tomorrow. And do drop us and come and visit us. So to everybody, stay safe and stay healthy, and really take care. Bye bye.
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 And broadcast.